200,000. That's how many bananas we give out for free each year in the Banana Lounge on MIT's campus. It's a place where people come in, grab a banana, talk to some people, and then go about their day. It's a place that's pretty close to my heart because it tackles issues like food insecurity, community building, creating a sense of belonging. But it's really special because of the people that come together to make it happen. This group known as the Innovation Committee. We're an eclectic group of people from all across MIT, people majoring in history, in art, in music, in computer science, philosophy, I could go on. It's these different fields, these intersections that allow ideas like the Banana Lounge to happen. What I'd like to discuss and question in this talk is, what if we were more deliberate about bringing together a real diversity of thought? Could it be by collaborating with very different people in very different environments that we could come up with the new inclusive solutions that we need today? I mean, look around us. We're surrounded by uncertainty on a massive scale. And our generation has been tasked with solving those challenges. World poverty, international migration, climate change. These are all incredibly intractable problems. And I think that perhaps our natural response to all of this uncertainty around us is to seek certainty within. Perhaps subconsciously, we do the same things over and over again. I mean, doing new things is scary. I remember once when I was on holiday with my family and I was bored and my dad said, "Hey, you see those 11-year-old kids over there by the pool? Go and play with them." And I was nervous. I was really, really nervous. But at the same time, I remember my first week in college, where I was again nervous, anxious to meet all the people, but at the same time energized and excited by all the new conversations that I was having. Where have those conversations gone? So we probably recognize that getting out of our comfort zone and doing different things can be beneficial. I mean, this isn't a new idea. People like Alexis de Tocqueville, a 19th century French author, and the famous UN diplomat Sergio Vieira de Mello have long argued that new knowledge comes from the intersection of different fields. When we collaborate and communicate with the same people every day, we miss out on that opportunity for novel ideas. What would happen if we put a zoologist with a computer scientist and a business person all together? Well, we might end up with something like a path planning algorithm for autonomous trucks based on the movement patterns of ants. Yes, that really happened. In my mind, there are some intersections that have already seen a lot of radical futuristic innovation. And there are others that have not seen so much, purely because those groups of people don't come into contact anywhere near as much. I like to think of ideas as potential. The more different the people are that we bring together, the more likely it is that we can come up with something that's never been seen before. But it's not only about the people that come together. I think it's also the activities, the energy, the excitement as we ideate. The way that I think, the way that I speak, the way that my creative mind works changes a lot, whether I'm sitting at the exact same desk that I've been at for the last 2 years, or if I'm on a hike with a friend. Inspiration comes to us at the most random of times. How many of you have had an idea while taking a shower? Now, I'm not saying we should be permanently taking showers, but what I think is that different activities activate different parts of our minds. And another way to get diversity of thought is to do different things and to get diversity of thought from within. Some of you may know the Big Bang Theory. There's an episode in season 3 where Sheldon is trying to solve this really complicated physics problem. And he's going crazy. He's writing on blackboards, on whiteboards, on bits of paper, everywhere in his room. And while I'm not endorsing all the crazy things that he does, because I'm on camera, I think we can learn a lot by how he finds his answer. What is he doing? Well, he's a waiter in a restaurant and he accidentally drops a bunch of plates. And there's something in that mix, these bits of ceramic, that allows him to come up with his eureka moment. There's another time I want to tell you about with the Innovation Committee. Now, we always brainstorm in the most random, wacky, crazy places on campus, always a different place. And one time I remember we got into chairs and we raced across the third floor of MIT's campus, because it turns out that on the third floor, MIT is all connected. And we were there bouncing ideas back and forth. There's another time when we took these banana boxes, we get 30 of these delivered 3 times a week, and we built an igloo on the grass outside. And we went inside drinking smoothies, eating fruit, having snacks, and ideated. And it's sessions like these that allow concepts like the banana lounge to grow and become reality. How can these ideas help us? Sometimes I look at what's happening in the world around us, and it feels like we're stuck in this old way of thinking. Our education system, to take an example, really hasn't changed that much since it was first defined in the Industrial Revolutions in the United States and Western Europe 200 years ago. And arguably, we keep making the same mistakes in our politics and our wars over and over and over again. We try to apply yesterday's models to today. Do we want to stay with the status quo? Or do we want to take control of our futures and spark new ideas, new ways of working by changing who we collaborate with? We, as a generation, can do things differently. My generation, or the generation that some of you are raising, what we can do is to bring in a whole new culture, a new way of thinking, a new mindset to embrace humanity as a whole, rather than a I play this, you play that, I study this, you study that mentality. What if that one person that you talk to has the missing piece to your puzzle, allows you to come up with your eureka moment? Isn't that exciting? I'll leave you all with a challenge. As you go on with your day, with your life, do things that put you in a very different creative mindset with people that have vastly different interests to you. Maybe that means doing one thing every week that the person you were 8 minutes ago would never have seen yourself doing. Yes, I think all videos like this one change you. I think all conversations, like what this could become if you respond, have the potential to spark new ideas in you. Maybe you'll end up taking a chair and racing across your office, or you'll make an igloo in your living room. Whatever it is, something might come out of it. And maybe it'll be something that the world really desperately needs today. Thank you.